Suspicious activity, man.
Suspicious activity? What are you guys doing?
We're out here investigating suspicious activity, sir.
I'm not doing anything. I've been around cameras. What did you guys arrest me for?
You have a warrant for your arrest.
They pointed out two different people.
Okay.
They got the guy with a warrant. This guy, I had just got contact with him. God damn it.
Welcome back to the Lackluster channel. On February 8th of 2020, Valdosta police officer Rachel Hinton responded to a non-emergency call at a Walgreens pharmacy, during which an arrest was made for a man with an outstanding warrant. As additional officers arrived, they were directed to check the west side of the building concerning an unknown man who had been asking customers for money. No other description was given. Officer Henry walked around the building and saw Antonio Smith walking down the street, a considerable distance away from the Walgreens. Officer Henry returned to his vehicle and made contact with Mr. Smith, who immediately verifies what he was doing and provides Officer Henry his identification upon request.
About suspicious activity, man.
Suspicious activity? Where about?
They said they got someone.
View that camera. I told them what I was doing.
Oasis Signs right here next to the El Rodeo.
I told them what I was doing. I was waiting for my sister to Western Union me some money. I always go there and get Western Union, and they know me.
Hey, you got your ID on you?
Yes, I got my ID.
As Mr. Smith pulls out his ID, Sergeant Wheeler and several others arrive on scene. Sergeant Wheeler stealthily approaches from behind Mr. Smith and immediately grabs his arms. Contrary to the police report, at no time prior had Mr. Smith been told he was under arrest or to place his hands behind his back.
What are you guys doing?
We're out here investigating suspicious activity, sir.
I'm not doing anything. I've been around cameras, so I ain't been doing nothing.
All right. So what were you doing over there at the Walgreens?
Waiting for Western Union. Call my sister right now. She's in Florida. You have a cell phone, call her. Don't
call
me
who?
like this. Call my sister in Florida. Don't do this. What are you doing? Oh my God! What are you doing?
Put your hands behind your back
like you told.
Put your hands.
What are you doing?
As a result of Mr. Smith being slammed to the ground and being unable to use his arms to lessen the impact as he landed, his left wrist was fractured.
You broke my wrist. Oh my God!
Stop.
Oh my God!
Yeah, he might be broke.
Despite realizing that Mr. Smith's wrist was broken, Sergeant Wheeler continued to apply handcuffs and straddled Mr. Smith on the ground for a few moments and eventually let his wrist free. Sergeant Wheeler then advised Mr. Smith that he was being arrested because of a warrant, but Officer Henry corrects Sergeant Wheeler, as Mr. Smith happens to be an innocent man walking down the street and had nothing to do with the original reason for the police response.
What did you guys arrest me for?
You have a warrant for your arrest, please.
Hey. This was the other guy. The guy with the warrants over there.
Oh, what did you do?
Huh? No, there's two different people.
Two different.
Because they pointed this guy out to me.
Okay, I got you.
It should be noted at this point of the interaction that Mr. Smith was not suspected of a crime. The initial interaction between Officer Henry and Mr. Smith was purely consensual. Most lawyers would tell you that Mr. Smith should have refused to answer any questions or provide his identification, as there was no reasonable suspicion or probable cause to lawfully demand anything of Mr. Smith. In fact, the officer's only description of the alleged panhandler they were hunting down was that it was an unknown male. Mr. Smith just happened to be there and have an X and Y chromosome. At this point in the ambush on Mr. Smith, Officer Henry runs his name and only now communicates to each other what is happening.
They pointed out two different people. Okay. They got the guy with a warrant. This guy, I had just got contact with him.
I thought it was wrong with the warrant.
No, that's why I was trying to. No, because there's two different people. That's why I was trying to figure out if I had missed something. He told him to put his hands behind his back. Because they pointed this guy out too. The people at the store pointed him out also.
Why didn't you tell me something? I thought he was the one with the warrant.
No, well, I thought I had missed something. We told him to put his hands behind his back. That's why I thought I had missed something. Because it's two different people. Because they just pointed this guy out to me.
Who did? In reference to what?
Reference to whatever was going on over there. They said this is the guy, but apparently there's another guy over there too. Because the lady.
They wanted CT on him as well?
I don't know. I hadn't even asked. They just said right there, right there, right there.
Okay.
so confused. Wait.
Okay, so
He's not the one with the warrant?
no. Apparently he has a warrant. So whenever they were talking to him, Swore said, "Hey, come over here and see if there's another guy," because that guy said, "Hey, there's another guy also." So when I walk on the side of the store, people are there like, "That guy." I was like, "Hey, he's walking through the red roof in." So I thought this was the guy that they were calling about, because he said, because that guy said he's not the one that they're calling about. He said it was this guy. So whenever he was walking down, I was like, all right, well, I went back to go grab my car, and I got him stopped here. And then he was like, "Hey, put your hands on me back," and I thought that I had missed something. Oh, God.
As the reality of the situation becomes clear to the officers, they allow Mr. Smith to stand up as they wait for a rescue.
We got an ambulance coming, okay? You don't want to talk to the ambulance?
Oh my God.
Hold on, sir. One second. Can you just hang out and let ambulance look at you?
I'm fine. That's fine.
Just give me 1 second. Let me talk to somebody real quick. Okay, and I'll be right back. I'll talk to you. Okay.
All right.
You don't want to wait.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm looking.
They're going to come in there. I guess if you want to cancel with them, you can. Or
You want it back in your pocket? Or,
here, it's pocket. He explained to you what was happening, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
I heard the whole thing.
Okay. You don't want to wait for the EMS?
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm sure.
All right.
Afraid of any further ill treatment, Mr. Smith refused medical attention and walked away. Later that evening, he sought medical care at a local hospital, where they confirmed distal radial and ulnar fractures to his left arm. About 5 months later, after hearing nothing from the department concerning the incident, Mr. Smith sued the city of Valdosta. 4 of the officers on scene, the mayor, the chief of police, and several members of the city council, asking for compensation and punitive damages in the amount of $700,000. 2 days after the lawsuit was filed, the mayor announced that there had been no internal discussions about disciplining Sergeant Wheeler for his unlawful use of excessive force, stating, "I love that police force of ours, and I do not want this staying on all of them. I love them." After being asked if he or the city had apologized to Mr. Smith for the incident, he responded, "No, I'll seek him out if somebody thinks that is warranted," adding, "I'd love to talk to the man. That's a good suggestion." The mayor also noted that he would have to ask the city attorney if he was allowed to. About a year later, the city agreed to pay Mr. Smith $350,000, and a citizens review board was to be implemented within 120 days to oversee policies and procedures and make recommendations. The important takeaway is that no one was damaged but Mr. Smith and his fellow taxpayers. Sergeant Wheeler appeared to feel bad about the incident on scene, but faced no repercussions for his actions, continuing on with his career, protected by qualified immunity and a nice pension paid for by the victim. And in the end, it becomes clear that the rules are certainly different for us than they are for them. As always, thanks for watching. If you have a video you'd like to submit for review, use the link in the description or pinned comment. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification for future content. And remember to like, share, and comment down below of what you think of this interaction. It really helps the channel. If you enjoy our content, try our other channels, Lackluster Limited for criminal psychology content, and The Odd Side for paranormal videos. Shirts and other merchandise are available at the Teespring store. Memberships start at just $1 if you'd like to help further support the channel and get a slick Lack logo next to your name. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. All links are down below.